Hi everyone, this is Sandy Reese with Stamp-A-Crew.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm so excited today that you decided to join me. We're making an adorable slider card using two of our Sale-a-bration products, the Hippest Hippos stamp set and the Hippo dies. They're all coordinating. We actually have one more die in here, which I had kind of sitting out because we're going to use this today. Now, this has a lot of pieces, not going to lie. But I will post, there's a link to my blog below in the description. It has all the measurements, so you can make this at home. I'm also going to be using the Hues of Happiness designer paper. I'm using the back of, let's see, I think it's this one right here, because it has all these great colors. So let's get going. All right, I'm going to do a slimline card, so I'm using my smoky slate envelope. Then I have a piece of smoky slate for my base. Then we're going to do a piece of white. This is just to kind of help our colors pop. Then we have some Pool Party. I have 3 pieces of Pool Party, and then a couple strips that I cut out of the designer paper. So I did one that's kind of a sunset looking piece, and then a piece of Pool Party for our water. All right, so those are all our pieces. And then I pre-die cut a couple of pieces. So I stamped my hippo with Memento ink on smoky slate, and I just die cut that to save a little time. I have a circle cut out of crushed curry. I have a little boat, so cute, out of soft suede, and then a little propeller out of some silver foil. Isn't that cute? All right. So I'm going to stamp one more thing, and I thought since I'm doing a little boat and we're going to be moving our boat along, that I would do this one, Adventure Awaits. I think this is cute. This could be graduation or it could be retirement. I'm just going to stamp it right on my son. We'll see how this goes. I did not make usually I make myself a sample card before I do this, and the die I was using for my sliding mechanism was not working. So I feel like I've made enough of these. I'll be okay without a sample, but you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right. I did find a different, a long skinny die. So this is when you're doing a slider, you need something kind of long and skinny, and I prefer a die over cutting it with an X-Acto knife because I'm not good at that. So this die is from, let's see, the sending dies. It's this Sending Smiles, but it has kind of a shorter label and then this nice long label, which will be just the right size for what I want to do. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll do a little bit of coloring. I'm just using light smoky slate just to give a little extra color on our hippo. And it's doing it on the smoky slate cardstock. It's kind of nice because I don't have to do as much coloring as I would if I did it on white. And this is the 3rd hippo. I've used the other 2 hippos this week. So I'm doing my 3rd hippo. And I kind of like this too on the smoky slate because I can get 3 shades of gray on here. So I've got the light, the medium, and then I'm going to grab, oh, where did I put my dark smoky slate? Right here. We can do our little toenails in the dark. Okay. All right, now my eyes are gray. What I want to do is just put a little bit of white in here so I have my Whisper White ink. I'm going to use just a blender pen. Just going to get a teeny bit of white just to kind of highlight his eyes and just lighten him up just a little bit. There we go. Cute. Okay, wipe that off. That's all I'm going to do there. And then I've got this piece of Pool Party, that's my water, and we have this cool die, so it doesn't cut out the bottom, it just cuts out the top and then makes these little marks. And what I want to do is just make the whole top of my designer paper into a waves. So we're going to clear that off real quick, and we're going to die cut this a few times. Okay, I'm going to start off a little bit. I just want to make sure it doesn't go above. I'm not too worried about the straightness. I just don't want it above the paper on that tallest wave. I'm getting my paper all messed up there. Okay, see all those cute waves right there? So we're just going to keep going. Continue this all the way down. I'm just overlapping it a little bit. Hopefully that will make a nice continuous wave. All right, and then one more. Yay! Excuse me. All right, done with our die cutting. All right, now for some, well, I do have to die cut one more thing, for some assembly. Okay, this white piece is just a piece to kind of make our colors pop on that gray. Whoops. So I'm just going to adhere this down. So our Slimline cards, this is 3.5 by 8.5 on the card size. Okay, now I'm going to take this piece of Pool Party and I'm just going to adhere this to the top of it. This is my sunset. And I'm covering the whole piece. I don't want any showing around the edges, just on the bottom. All right, now this is where I'm going to die cut my channel for my boat to float. All right, let's see. Got to decide how tall. So I'm going to put my water over this. Where's my boat? Let's make sure we have our placement where we want it. So if our boat is here, if we cut it right out of the blue, and then we put our flowers are throwing me off. We put this right here. I think that will be good. We'll still cover the bottom of our boat, but not the whole thing. So we're going to bring our die cutter up one more time. And I'm just cutting this. I can feel the edge. I'm going to cut it right out of my edge. All right. Maybe down just a little bit. Got to make sure everything's lined up here so it goes through. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. All right, now we're done with die cutting. All right. The next step is we've got to put, this is our slider, it's the smaller one. So I want to position this so I can use these are foam adhesive strips, and these are actually thicker than our dimensionals. So if you look at the dimensionals, let me get my thin ones out here, my mini, you can see that those foam strips are actually probably, gosh, almost 50% thicker than the dimensionals, but that's okay. These are meant for shakers and sliders and different things, so that's why we want them a little thicker, because it gives us a little extra room. Okay, make sure I'm going the right way. So I'm just going to adhere this so we have a channel for our slider to go on. I'm going to move that out of the way. It's right at the edge. I just don't want it to come out. Okay. And I'm going to back this up just a little bit. We're going to trim it off. Okay. We're going to save that. I'm going to do one more on the other side. So I want this pretty snug. Let's see which side is sticky, this side. I want it snug, but I don't want it too tight that it's not going to move. So let's just make sure, yeah, that moves pretty well. Okay, I'm going to cut this off, back it up just a little. Okay, we'll save that for a minute. All right, now this is where it's going to slide out. If we look at the back, so on our right side, it's going to be pretty, I want it flush with this edge, but I need a notch so you can grab it. So let's just grab, I've got our Label Me Fancy punch. I'm just going to punch a little notch. I don't want it too far up. Let's see if this is going to work. Just a little notch out of the bottom. Okay, we'll give that a try. Okay, I think that'll be okay. It's a little bit on the big side. A little on the big side. I probably, if I was going to do this again, I would probably just do a little half circle punch with the die, because it's a little on the big side. I don't know what I was thinking. That's okay though. All right. So I see it's right here is where my channel starts, but I want to stop this because I don't want it to go that way if somebody pushes it in too far. So I'm just going to take, we're going to ignore our notch and pretend that that's a smaller notch. I'm going to put a stopper right here. All right, now I can use my extras to just kind of pop up the rest of my piece here. I've got one extra little piece. I don't know, we'll stick it right there. Okay, so now my goal is to trim this. Ugh. Next time, make sure your notch punch is not that big, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Okay, so let's think about this for a second. I think we are ready to pop this up, and then we can finish decorating. All right, so I'm going to peel all my backing off. Okay, hold that together, and then put it right here. Now we could always tie a little bit of a bow in there or a ribbon so people will know that they're supposed to pull that. We might do that. We'll see. Okay, so that's our slider. Oh, I forgot to do something. Because when I slide that, I don't want the white to show. All right, so we're gonna come back. I knew I was missing something. We're gonna slide, we're gonna put a piece of, let's see if we can just get one piece of this up. Come on, stickers. I just want a piece of Pool Party back there to hide it. Well, you know what? It's not gonna matter. I'm gonna leave it because I think our waves are gonna cover this. Yep, don't worry. We don't need this piece. If you were doing this and not having waves, I would put this down first, but we are not gonna even need that. So I'm okay. All right, now let's add our boat. We're gonna put our slider back in here, all the way in, and then we're going to add our boat. Now, because that's thicker than our dimensionals, we're gonna need 2 dimensionals. we're gonna stack them. There's one and then another one right on top. All right, can do that, and then let's do two more close to this, and this is what our boat's gonna pop up on, so we'll do it right about here. Okay, we're gonna put our boat right here. Then we have our little guy, so we're gonna put him in here. Probably should have glued him in first. I'm gonna trim off his legs. Don't, it's okay, it's okay. It's okay that his legs are trimmed off. All right, let's put a little glue. And let's glue him in the boat. Cute. Okay, loving it so far. All right, now I want to put my sun right here, and I'm just gonna glue this flat. This is our sunset. Adventure awaits. Okay, now last but not least, we're gonna put our water. Now he's kind of, we might trim just a little bit because I think my boat's a little low. All right, let's trim a little bit off of our waves. It's always better to have too much than too little. So I'd always prefer to, let's just make sure we're, oh look, so cute. So I want my waves, I'm just gonna trim a hair, just a little hair off so that I'm not covering quite so much of my boat. So I'm gonna do like a 1/16 of an inch. Let's try that. We can trim more if we need to, but I think that will be perfect. Perfect. Okay. I want to pop this up because I don't want it interfering with my slider. So let's see. I think one layer of dimensionals will be fine. So we'll do a couple big ones here, going down here. We'll do a little bit right here, and then I like this. I like to use the sides because they're skinny. Okay. Do one more piece. Right here. Not a lot of room. All right, let's get our water. Now, I feel like we're gonna cover up some of this horrible, horrible punch over here. So we're gonna slide, look, isn't that cute? Adventure awaits. I'm going to do a little hole here. I'm going to tie in a little piece of bow. All right. I've got to do a little dot so I know where I'm punching. I don't want to punch too shallow and then it doesn't look good. Okay. Let's get a little bit of white baker's twine. Just so people know that that's where you're supposed to be. I'm collecting scissors. I have 3 pairs of scissors up here. I could do a bow. I think I'm just going to fold this in half and put it through the hole and then loop my tails through that. Okay, you can trim off the extra. Okay, not too bad. We solved that problem. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. Now you could do some glitter here. You could, let's just do a few because I have these out. Let's add a few of these pretty iridescent rhinestones. I'll do one. almost like little like stars that are coming out early. We'll do 3. I think that's good. It's going to go right in front of that one. So you could even, if you were cutting this, you could move it down and cut a longer channel. But I just think that's so fun. You could stamp little fish in here, some birds up here. I'm not going to stamp because I've already assembled, so it's too soft to stamp on. But if you want to add more stamping, make sure to do that before you do your assembly. But it's so cute. I forgot the propeller. No! Look. Let's see if we can stick it on. You know what? I think I'm going to use a glue dot because it's a very small piece here. And I'm worried that it's not going to stick on. So let's grab a little glue dot and put our propeller on. I can't believe I almost forgot that. Okay, where's our glue dots? Right here. My glue dot's bigger than my propeller. I'm gonna fold that over behind it. Okay. On the boat. There we go. Uh-oh. Glue dots are going past where it needs to be. Let's roll that up so it's only on the front of our propeller. It's hard when your glue dots are bigger than what you're putting it on. Okay, I think that's got it. Cute. It's gonna get caught. I can see that. I might have to take my propeller off. Yeah, propeller's gonna stick on there. Okay, beware of the propeller. I might put a little sail on him later. It's so cute. So many different things. So I hope you enjoyed today's. Make sure to sign up for notifications below in the description. This coming Thursday, starting Thursday, I'll be using another sale-a-bration product, and we'll be making some treat holders for over the next few days. So thanks everyone for stopping by, and I will see you Thursday. All right, bye-bye.